What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 30, and today we're returning with two big games with our Canaries against Manchester United away in the Premier League, then Man City at home in the Europa League first leg of the quarter-final. Before we get to the games though, shout out the Canaries been getting on off camera. Oh, no, sorry, I'm not, am I? Totally forgot. Of course, you saw the last two games in the last episode. The 2-2 draw away at Anfield against Liverpool, and then the heartbreaking FA Cup quarter-final penalty shootout defeat to Everton as the Toffees prevented us reaching Wembley for the first time in this series. Yeah, no games off camera, sorry about that. But yeah, Manchester United away and Manchester City at home to come today. Right now in the Premier League, as you can see after a bit of a struggling patch of form, no wins in our last three in all competitions. We are still in fourth, but we've had the gap cut on us to just 3 points now, but we do have two games in hand on Manchester City. So yeah, destiny is still in our own hands. However, we've got some tough fixtures to come, including Manchester United away today. We're still in the race for the title, so both teams needing points here. This is going to be a very big clash. And one thing to show you off camera as well is we have had a youth intake as well. As you guys know, I very rarely get the luck with the youth candidates, and I don't think any of these guys are getting given contracts. However, the other players have already been given new deals, and the best one out of the bunch this season is Will Rose. This is a attacking midfielder who, to be fair, does have some decent stats to stand out. 16 determination, I love that, with 16 flair, and 17 teamwork as well. However, the problem with Rose is that the stats where he needs to be good at, unfortunately, he's quite poor at. 8 for dribbling, 9 first touch, 10 technique on an attacking midfielder. Not the best. So yeah, some decent stats, but some poor stats as well. We'll have to wait and see. Not too excited, but you never know. And so let's dive into it then. First game of two in today's episode, Manchester United away at Old Trafford. Don't think there's anything else I want to show you, is there? No, I don't think so. So yeah, let's go straight to it. We're away at Old Trafford, and again, both teams needed points for different reasons here. Us to pull away and cement our place in the top four. Manchester United trying to keep pace with the league leaders Chelsea, who just beat Liverpool today in stoppage time. As the injury report right now heading into the game, two major injuries. As you know, Todd Cantwell is done for the season due to the torn calf muscle, but Emi Buendia sadly suffered a twisted ankle in training, and he's going to miss both our big games today, and I think he might miss the second leg against Man City in the Europa League quarter-final as well. So huge blow there. Emi Buendia done for a couple of weeks, and he'll miss some big games too. So heading into the game on the back of no wins in our last three, changing our tactical system to our gegenpress style of play, and thus this will be our team. We've got Frinas in goal, about for Lewis, Benkovic, Godfrey and Aarons, with Longstaff, Ben Thompson and Sander Berger as our midfield triangle. Ize's on the left, Dembele's on the right, and Big Game Brewster up top once more. On the bench, Henderson, Holding, Byron, Reed, Vasilic, Ida, and Ludwig Ajorque, who we don't see much of these days. First game away at Old Trafford, huge game in the race for fourth. Come on, you Canaries. Just like against the Toffees, very little to report here, but a highlight for Manchester United as Brandon Williams heads over a Mason Greenwood corner. And we're still deadlocked at 0-0. Whilst it will see the winless run get extended, I'd certainly take this away at Old Trafford. But highlight right before the break, João Felix crossing, and Martial heads in. And right before half-time, the Red Devils strike. I said it in our last episode, the biggest problem we have is defending balls into the box from set pieces and crosses. João Felix with the ball into the centre, and Anthony Martial beats two Norwich players in the air and heads into the top corner. 1-0 down right before the break. I'll say to the boys, you've been unlucky so far. I always tend to do that when we're trailing against one of the big boys, but 45 minutes to go, we yet to create anything until hopefully now, as the second half gets underway. Can't afford a defeat here, and allowing Man City and Spurs the confidence to catch up as Jamal Lewis is sent forward and David De Gea makes the save. Bright start, but need an equaliser. This will mean that Liverpool have a game in hand, and if they win that, they'll cut the gap on us to just 2 points. You can see in the race for fourth place right now is just so tight. There's 4 teams going for that fourth and final spot, and I would say even though we're in fourth right now, we're probably underdogs to do it. The other teams are far better than us. After last season's heartbreak, I don't want another final day collapse as Ize loses possession, but Benkovic wins it back. Come on, Norwich, gotta stop this winless run and pick up at least a point here. And a turnaround victory like we got against Man City a couple of episodes ago would be fantastic. Dembele, lovely run, and Brewster shot blocked by Berger. Oh, Sander! What a miss. Brewster shot blocked. De Gea was on the deck, and Sander somehow strokes wide from 10 yards out. Berger, gotta finish that, mate. How did Sander fail to hit the target from there? Come on, Berger. That should have been 1-1, half an hour to go, but here come the Red Devils. Martial crosses, and again, right on cue, it's our Achilles heel. Balls into the box, we just can't defend them. You know, you might be wondering about my set-piece defensive routines. I don't use zonal marking. I do use man-to-man, because zonal marking never works for me in Football Manager, but I'm certainly considering a switch in that. But also crosses from open play as well. We just don't stick tight enough to the boys in the box. Mason Greenwood turns it home for his 10th of the year. Red Devils going to win this one, no doubt. Correa to Martial. Third goal is coming, no doubt about it. Cross again is almost turned in. This time Shelik firing just wide. Balls into the box. Just can't defend them. You know, there's still 9 games to go, but I don't see us holding on to 4th. I really don't. You know, we've had some great results against big teams this season and in the past 2 seasons really, but I still just don't feel confident we'll be able to fend off all 3 of Man City, Spurs and Liverpool as well. It's going to be a 2-horse race for the title, at least I think so, between Chelsea and Manchester United due to Arsenal playing 1 game extra, but I can't see Arsenal getting dragged in to this battle for 4th place. I think the top 3 will all guarantee qualification for Champions League football, but again, 4 teams going for 1 spot and only 5 points separate the 4, and we've got the worst goal difference record as well. It's going to take a much better showing in form for us if we're going to hold on to Champions League football. And we've still got some big games to come. Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, Arsenal at home as well. We were beating Wales in the FA Cup. We've got them at home in a few weeks' time as well. It's going to be tough for us to hold on to 4th. And with the form we've shown of late, I think we'll drop out very quickly. Right, when in doubt, schedule a team bonding session. I don't know if you guys watched my Cardiff save last year. If you did, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But if you remember, I used to do this quite a lot when we were out of form and we had a big game on the following day. I'd schedule a team bonding or community outreach session in training. You know, training is one thing that I've never really dealt with much in Football Manager ever. I've pretty much always just left it to my backroom staff. I would like to get better at it. I just never put the work in for it. But I quite like that sort of team bonding session. You know, teams out of form, there's a bit of a lack of cohesion. You need to get the boys back together again and feeling good about one another. You know, most Football Manager players, they're actually pretty decent at the game, would obviously go and make a new tactical system or fiddle around with their instructions for the game. But instead, my decision is to schedule a community outreach or team bonding session. That's my way to paper over the cracks. But still, second final game today. It is indeed Manchester City in the first leg of our Europa League quarter-final tie here. Not feeling confident after no wins in 4 and a very struggling patch of form. But we should have to wait and see. Hopefully, without Buendia, we'll get the job done today and at least get something out of this game to take back with us to the Etihad Stadium. I'm hoping for a clean sheet as well. So switching back to our 4-2-3-1 for the game, and this will be our team. Dean comes in goal, and a back four of Marcelo, who's been great this year, holding Godfrey and Aarons with Sander and Longstaff through the middle again. Brewster is going to start on the left-hand side due to no Buendia or Cantwell, which means that Eze will play through the middle with Dembele on the right, and Ida, our top scorer in Europe and the top scorer in Europe, will lead the line for us tonight. And on the bench, we've got Farines, Benkovic, Byron Reed, Thompson, Vasilic, and Ajorque as well. Not feeling one bit confident right now. We're missing our superstar, and we're out of form as well, but it's Man City at home in the first leg. Come on, you Canaries, let's pull off the impossible. So first highlight coming to Norwich, and there is that man. Oh! Redemption. Yes, Adam Ida, go on, son. Top scorer in Europe, Mr. Adam Ida, latches onto the Max Aarons through ball and a clinical finish into the bottom corner as well. 24th goal of the season, and he's put that FA Cup penalty shootout failure behind him to give us the lead in the Europa League. Well done, Adam. But sadly, here come the visitors with Phil down the right-hand side. Foden, lots of work to do, but fires it well wide. Still 1-0. Come on, you Canaries. Obviously, Brewster lives for these games. The last time we faced Man City, he bagged a hat-trick against them in one half away at the Etihad Stadium. But Adam Ida has been our top scorer in all competitions, and he's the top scorer in the Europa League as well. It wouldn't be fair to drop him for this game. And as you can see, already into the game, a goal to his name as we lead by 1. As Holding wins it back, but De Bruyne is first to the ball, beats Sander, and Phil gives his man a run around and drills it in. That is sensational from the number 47. What a goal. KDB wins the 50-50 duel with Sander Berger, rolls it off to Phil Foden, and Rob Holding just got absolutely murked by the youngster. What a finish as well. Top corner, there's the away goal we didn't want to see. Man City back on level terms. He does so well in Football Manager, Phil Foden. He's one of the best young players in the game. And he's so hard to stop as Ida. Oh, what a big tackle by Mendy. But Adam wins it back again. Loving the determination he's showing out there tonight. As Eze rolls in the ball forward. And now Longstaff tries to slide through Dembele. But Mendy clears. Very good first half there. Still 1-1. More goals to come, I'm sure. And I thought we played pretty well in the first half as well. So at the break, still tied at 1-1. I'll say to the boys, unlucky boys, things just haven't gone right for us so far. Although I will individually criticise the defence and the midfield as well. 45 minutes to go. There's definitely a winner in this game. And if we can score a second and take a lead back to the Etihad Stadium as well, I'll be feeling confident. Come on, Norwich. But defensively this season, we have been very poor. And if Man City do get a second away goal, which they might get here, and they've got it as well, then I'm not sure we'll be able to recover if we lose the first leg. Phil Foden assisted by De Bruyne for the second time in the game. He's just too good, the young man, as he puts City in front for the first time in the game. KDB slides him through and he drills it past Dean at the near post. Man City get a second away goal. I'm not sure we can come back from this. We're all over the place right now. Emi Buendia is so important to this team. Whenever he's out, we do not feel confident. But Adam Ida is through and puts it just wide. Still in the tie, we've got to get a second goal. We can't go to the Etihad trailing and conceding 2 away goals as well. Got to get at least an equaliser tonight. Holding to Marcelo. And the Brazilian will send it over the top for Rian to chase. And he's onto it, Brewster. Oh, fantastic save by Edison and Mendy clears. Still 2-1. We've got to take one of these chances here. We've played well out there, and these are the games that are so frustrating when we do well, but we just don't take the opportunities we get. Sand it to Eze, and there'll still be more chances to come. We're opening up City by playing balls over the top. We've got to get another one as Longstaff sends Ida through. Yes! And there it is, Ida's second of the game. Top scorer in Europe going for the golden boot and keeping us in the tie. He loves this competition, Adam Ida. Great through ball by Matty, and the balls in behind Man City tonight have been what's worked for us. Great ball by Longstaff, and Ida with a finish makes it 2-2. Really, with the chances we've had though, we should be leading once again. 25 minutes to go. Is there another twist in this tale? And this Ida versus Brewster saga continues as Rian wins it back and Sander sends Ida through. Oh no! Edison with the save, but Adam was offside anyway, wouldn't have counted. My goodness, what a game. I don't want to make changes right now because we're playing really well out there. And I still think we can get ourselves a winning goal. Lovely ball by Karamoko, and Brewster beats his man and steps in field. Oh, and Edison makes the save. He's had the chances tonight, just hasn't finished them. Playing out of position, to be fair, on the left wing, but still 2-2. 10 minutes to go. Can we win this game? Final chance of the game, and it's going to be a corner for the visitors. No, don't break my heart from a set piece, for goodness sake. KDB floats it in. Godfrey heads clear. And I think that will do it, and it does indeed. Well, what a thriller in the first leg at Carrow Road. Norwich City 2, Man City 2. Individual battles, Ida versus Phil Foden. In the end, it finishes all square. I'll say to the boys, unlucky boys, it just wasn't our night. And that means heading back to the second leg of the Etihad, we must score away from home. Otherwise, we're out due to the 2 away goals Man City scored. The winless run continues, but a great performance from Adam, and great to see his redemption on the back of the last episode. But the 2-2 draw means that Man City do have the favourites, are the favourites to go through due to those away goals. That was this episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So a big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I think we might return with the very next episode. Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park after no wins in our last 5, and then the second leg at the Etihad Stadium as well. Let's do that. Go straight back with the next 2 episodes, and 2 very big ones in the race for 4th and a Europa League tie as well. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for another thrilling episode, I'm sure, very soon.